Hey everybody, I wanted to talk about Hurricane Melissa and this massive monster storm that is just going to pummel Jamaica, already is. So I've brought in Kat Campbell. Kat, walk me through what you're seeing and where things stand right now. By the way, at the time of this recording, it is just before 12 p.m. Eastern time.
So we've got to talk about how this is one of the strongest hurricanes on record since the late 1800s. That's when the records began. It is the third strongest when you look at pressure. There's really two ways to measure a hurricane's strength, one of which how low the pressure is, the other is how strong the wind speeds are. And believe it or not, Melissa is actually strengthening as it makes landfall. Maximum sustained winds 185 miles per hour. And I want to show you really quick landfall. Wow. So the eye wall has already made it ashore, and that is where you've got the strongest winds, those 185 mile per hour sustained winds, not gusts. The gusts are even higher. But once the center of this eye is over land, that's when it's declared eye wall. So we're probably within about an hour of that happening now. But it's just a mammoth storm.
We talk about 185 miles per hour. Help me conceptualize what kind of wind that is.
You got to think Wilma. We're going back to strong hurricanes in the 1930s to put this into perspective. So for the average person, it's really hard to visualize this unless you actually saw the sights from Wilma, on TV. It's just hard to fathom what Jamaica is going through right now. In addition to that, you've got 13 feet of storm surge possible for the southern shore. Yeah. And the southern shore has a lot of agriculture. So that's really what makes the country a lot of its money. So this is going to be a humanitarian crisis as well. Just from a people perspective, we're really worried. The latest advisory from the National Hurricane Center, I want to just read it to you. And we should have another one out pretty soon. But they say that it is just catastrophic winds and storm surge, and that was their redo to add in some of the language for the Turks and Caicos now, but they are expecting just unreal impact.
So walk us through from a meteorological and scientific kind of standpoint, just so that you have an idea of what Kat is looking at. This is the text that comes in, these bulletins, these updates from the National Hurricane Center, is that right?
Yes, and they talk about what the hurricane hunters find inside the storm, the latest statistics, new advisories, and they update the numbers in terms of rainfall, storm surge, wind speeds, and things like that. We're now getting them once every hour as the storm makes landfall.
Okay. By the way, if you like what we're doing, please do like and subscribe to our WRAL YouTube page. This really gives us a good sense, an idea that you like what we're doing and to keep doing more of it. Our goal here is to bring you as much information as we can in a really digestible and accessible way. So again, please do like and subscribe to our WRAL YouTube page. Kat, you were talking about the hurricane hunters.
We've got to talk about this. Yeah. This is crazy. So hurricane hunters have actually had to abort their mission 2 times now in regards to Hurricane Melissa. One just happening this morning because of the sheer strength of the storm. These are hurricane hunters that have been flying. I mean, these planes have been flying for decades. Right. They are the best of the best. These are our military that are flying into the storm, and they're so well equipped with the best equipment on Earth for this. So it's rare to see them abort mission like this. And I want to show you the flight that took place this morning. You're going to see the plane fly into the eye of Hurricane Melissa and see how it just sits there and spins.
Wow.
The plane essentially got stuck in the eye, some damage possibly, as it made it into the eye and does that pass. They drop what they call drop songs, and those are going to gather the data about wind speed and pressure. And we actually have websites that we can get that info in real time sent back to us and on our computer systems here. But the fact that they had to abort mission and now they're going back to land to assess possible damage to the plane is pretty remarkable. I mean, these things are tanks. This is incredibly unusual to see that kind of a thing happen with the best on the planet.
Do you by any chance have the video, the Hurricane Hunters video, just showing the wall of, I don't even know how to describe it.
We can put that up on your screen for you. The video from Hurricane Hunters yesterday was remarkable. I've got to mention this because I think it's important. The government is shut down right now, and NOAA is a part of government. They're federal government employees. Yep. So the pages, the social media pages for the Hurricane Hunters and the National Hurricane Center are not being updated very regularly at this point like they normally would do. They put out statements. So these videos that you're seeing are actually coming from people that are on the plane. They're just doing this and posting it to their own personal accounts to share that information.
Sort of as a public service.
As a public service, exactly. And they had a GoPro in one of the side pilot mirrors that they were looking at, or windows, I should say. And I mean, I've never seen anything like this. The fact that they got it right as they punched into the eye is the most remarkable video, because most of Hurricane Hunter video is just gray. You can't see anything happening because they're in the clouds and the wind and the rain. And you get that moment of them punching through the eye, and you see the different texture and different layers of clouds in the eye, where you almost have your own environment in there. Sometimes you actually get birds that even fly around in the eye.
I think that there have been some birds. I've been reading that birds have been stuck in the eye. They've been unable to get out, and so they're now just moving with the storm, which is remarkable. But it's wild to see. What do you have pulled up here?
This is a camera in Jamaica. Elizabeth actually just pointed this out to me a minute ago, Elizabeth Gardner. And there was a bridge here earlier. So the flooding is really, really starting to ramp up now in Jamaica. Unfortunately, they're forecasting widespread 15 to 30 inches of rain, up to 40 inches in spots. And one of our limitations that we have is, while we can show you the satellite imagery and why there's so much rain, so this line that you see here, that's the path that it's taken. I mean, what a remarkable path, where it just meandered. I mean, this started last week on Thursday, I believe, Wednesday or Thursday of last week. And that's as far as it's moved that whole time. And it just had this little... And the thing is it's to the right of the center. So always on this side of the storm that you have the worst rain and winds a lot of the times as well. So that is why this is so devastating, is because not only is it a Category 5 hurricane for the record books, but Jamaica is seeing it move at 2 to 3 miles per hour through much of the weekend, dumping flooding rains. And then on top of that, you have, I mean, just such a susceptible region. You've got mountains, landslides, and mudslides. So our thoughts are certainly with the people there, and we're hoping for the best.
I know, it's really so awful to watch unfold, and our hearts are with everybody that's in Jamaica, and hopefully people have made it out already, so that they are, at least they are safe, even though it's more than likely that their properties will not be. Thanks for tuning in. Again, please do like and subscribe our WRAL YouTube page if you like what you're seeing. It gives us a great sense of encouragement to keep doing this, and it helps us know that you want more of this content. Thanks again. Thank you, Kat. Really appreciate this, and we'll keep an eye on this.